Welcome, Keepers, to Keepers of the Fire.
In this episode, our guest is Ellen McNeill. Ellen McNeill is like the definition of an artist in my mind. Like if there was like a Pokemon card for an artist, like she would be like the archetypal representation of what an artist is. Among many things, she's a beautiful songwriter.
And singer. And during the podcast, we talk about her EP called History of a Heartbreak, which has to do with the rise and fall of relationships and the ups and downs of love. And it's also the name of her one-woman show, which she took to the Fringe Fest in Edinburgh. It is a play that has her music interwoven between the dialogue. It's really, really a treat.
She brings some of that music that she shared with the people of Edinburgh to the podcast. Her musical performances are like, when we heard them in person, it made the room stand still. I mean, we weren't in a room. You guys know it's outside, but the air was still with how amazing it was. She has a performance for us in the middle and then one at the end of the podcast as well.
Ellen McNeill, along with being an amazing artist, has a curious heart, creative mind, and adventurous spirit. She's one of our closest friends, and she also is the founder of Silverlake Jams, which is a backyard concert experience in East LA that really, really showcases incredible artists.
Yeah, it's getting hard to even call Silverlake Jams a backyard experience anymore. The last one we went to at the new venue, it's like a theater. She's performing it now. She's every time we attend one of those, I'm reminded truly how amazing of a person she is. She's larger than life. And we think you're going to enjoy our talk with her. Please enjoy episode 5.
Yeah, let's start with the ritual.
You got it, Jenny.
This week on Keepers of the Fire, I am letting go of attachment to outcomes. Do you know why?
Tell us why.
Are you attached to outcomes now?
I've spent my whole life attached to outcomes. And tonight marks an end to that. Well, I think it's a natural human tendency to, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just something I do. Well, like, I'll put my judgment of the future all on whether or not I achieve some kind of goal or like I end up in some certain kind of place. And until the moment I'm not there, I can feel like a feeling of discomfort. Like when I realize that, when I remember it. Mm-hmm. And so it's just kind of another way of saying, remembering like the blessings of the present moment rather than getting lost in the future of what may happen. So I'm letting that go. Something to think about.
Nice.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm supposed to have 2 papers.
You could just tear them.
Great.
Yeah, you could tear it in half.
Nice. That was a perfect tear.
Well, what can I say?
Professional.
I'm a professional paper tearer over here. Is it me now?
Yeah.
On this fine Wednesday evening, I'm letting go of limiting notions about 29.
Oh.
About what?
Being 29.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I didn't actually have until Sunday when I turned 29.
Oh, yeah, so it's come up recently.
Pretty
Happy
recent.
belated.
Do you
from
mind
all
if I
of
ask
us.
what some of the perceived limitations are of being 29 as a 29-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm curious what those are.
Yeah, I feel like, well, somebody told me on my 29th birthday, 29 is the worst year because you're not yet 30, where you release all the expectations of what you should have accomplished in your 20s, but you're in this liminal zone where you're kind of just waiting for it to happen and you're not 20 anymore, so you have the existential dread of leaving your 20s and this freedom and who you were before.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think about it like that until they said that.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you planted a seed.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, it's like we were talking about this a little bit before we started. The way I look at it is 29 is the best year to be alive.
I know, I like your spin on it too.
Because, at least so far, because you are still in your 20s, but you're the wisest among the 20-year-olds. You're sort of an elder, you know what I mean? That people look up to you, and
You're respected.
People are 26, see you in the street. You know, they
People
salute
finally
you.
giving you respect.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say your age and then...
Yeah, like, oh, wow, okay. Dang, you're pretty much 30.
Don't say respect.
Respect. That's crazy.
Respect, Grandpa.
Yeah. But you're letting that go, that perspective that your friend
I am. I think I
shared,
do,
yeah.
just as a person in your 20s and as a woman, it's like these conceptions of what you have to be, what you have to accomplish before you're 30, and then the inevitable ticking time clock inside of you. And I don't know, I didn't really think about any of these things, probably because I was in a long-term relationship / I just wasn't thinking about it. And now I'm having all these existential thoughts. And the other, I was thinking about this, or talking about this with a friend earlier, that I au paired when I was 18, 17 or 18 in Spain.
Oh, you au paired? What does that
I au
mean?
paired in Granada, Spain. I took care of kids. Like
Okay,
these
just for the
two
people at home, I knew.
rich
But
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
For all you people at home.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And it was the best, it was the worst experience, but it was the best experience because I walked out of there thanking the Lord that I had escaped teenage pregnancy, and it was the best contraception I ever could have gotten in my entire life. And I was like, you know what? At least 10 years, I'm not going to have kids. And that was when I was 18, which means that when I was 18, I thought by 28 or 29 that I would be having kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which is a crazy thing to think.
Yeah,
Now,
That's
Well, it
that
seemed like
is-
so
when
far
you're,
in the
when
future
you're
at the
18,
time.
it feels so far away.
Yeah. Like you're like, when I'm 28, I'll be getting ready to retire. And, you know what I mean?
29,
I'll be doing my
Fortune
victory
500
lap
companies.
in my career, winding things down. You know, like opening up a business. You know, or something. Yeah, but
So you're letting the limiting version
Anyway,
of the 29 go.
So all of these little tiny accumulations of what it means to be in your 20s and to leave your 20s and cross the threshold of 30 shall be released so I can have a great year.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Come on. Oh, you can still grab it. It's just on the border of 30.
you gotta make sure you,
You
let
should
it
grab
go.
it and make it get. You gotta get it.
It's
in
making-
there,
it's
Ellen.
making you earn it.
You gotta,
Sometimes-
you gotta make sure it burns. That's crazy that it landed on the edge like that. Teetering right
Yeah,
between
yeah.
edges. You know what I mean?
Sometimes the universe tests you. Like, are you really ready to let that go?
Yeah.
Are you committed to it?
Yeah.
And you demonstrated that you were
And you
Thanks,
clearly
Journey.
have.
without
Thank you.
hesitation.
Clearly.
I'm on this fine Wednesday evening of Keepers of the Fire, letting go of doubting that my ideas are worth giving life and love to. Because sometimes I'll get some grand idea, some scheme, some vision, and I'll be like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, that could be like this. Oh, what if I make it with this person? Oh, and then we can make this. I'm like, but would it work?
Yeah.
Like, will it be good? Will I like it afterwards?
Yeah.
Do I just like it right now?
Mm.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
You know, is it worth
Like,
it?
is this just like an impulsive?
Is this just? Am I just on a little? Like, am I following a little? And yeah,
Yeah, like a little
string or train, but
Yeah.
like it's not. I don't actually shouldn't put it into
Yeah.
reality, or is that worth it?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to. I don't want to doubt as much that the ideas that I feel inspired to do something about are worth doing something about,
Yeah.
and that they'll make sense later, and I'll know why they were worth it later.
I think for sure. You know what? I would go as far as to say that we have a surplus of good ideas that would work, that we just don't even have enough time to put them all into practice. Like, there's so many times where we will fall into a bit. I'll be, oh, we should do that. We just did it earlier today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before we started, we had something, oh, we should totally film that and turn that into something.
Yeah.
And we probably have, like, we've done that hundreds of times. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I have no doubt that whatever the things you're thinking about that you're wondering, like, if they're going to work, I bet for sure they will.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. If you want to say something, Ellen.
Ellen, do you have anything to add?
I've heard a good idea or two from your
I've
mouth.
definitely heard something good from you. Definitely heard you spout something. And then I'm calling in. Thank you. Where's that Palo Santo? Yeah.
Now
okay.
we pass it in.
Yeah. Will you? Will
Oh, we
you
have a
set
double.
it in
I just
there?
realized we do
Yes.
this after saying the letting go to purify the fire. When Eliana
You
said the
just
word.
realize that?
Yeah, I just thought it was
That's
like
the
just
whole
like
point.
I just thought it was like we had like a list of things to do, and it's like we just decided to put the Palo Santo in the middle.
This is why you're the talent.
It's the whole point of the ritual.
It was just, I just thought we like Palo Santo smells good, so at some point we'll put it
You could set it in whenever, Ellen.
whenever it's right.
Actually, that'll catch.
It'll catch eventually.
That'll catch.
It will catch, yeah.
Very creative entrance. Very
Thank
impressive.
you. So supportive,
a slow
guys.
burn.
It really
A
yes ands.
slow burn. Unique to you, burn. It's burning now.
Look at that.
Purifying.
Wow.
The fire.
Purifying
Sometimes in life, the fire will
Roundabout.
find you
Ooh,
quicker
look at
than
that.
you realize.
That's
in
nice.
unexpected ways.
You guys could just see what I see. All right. I'm calling in serenity and that visceral feeling of knowing everything is all right and that I can relax. You know that moment when you're at such peace and you get the deepest, I'm good. And you know you don't got nothing to do for a little while. There's nothing pending. You're satisfied. Just that full feeling of accepting that you're safe and you're good. I love that feeling.
Yeah.
And I think when I get into like doing a lot of things at the same time, it almost always feels like there's something pending. So I only take like momentary breaks and then I keep going.
Yeah.
But I love that feeling of just being like, all right, it's the holidays, you know, or I'm on break today or whatever.
Yeah.
And so more of that.
I'm actually just
Serenity.
chilling.
I'm actually just chilling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I started a morning routine recently that really like makes me feel that feeling. And it's I wake up and I just take like a few quick drags of the indica stick, and then I put in a Zen, and then I lay in the shower for 45 minutes.
Whoa.
And it's just
Bro,
like,
whoa.
oh, dude, I just sit there and you just like fantasize about like, you know what I mean? Like just like fulfilling goals or like whatever. Just like think about what you need to think about, like journal mentally. And that's when I feel that way.
I like that. I like that ritual.
Sometimes I do it twice a day. Sometimes I do it again.
Dude,
at
that's
the end
a
of the day.
deep meditation. People pay to go to those
Dude, I love it so
labs
much.
where they're like sensory deprivation in water. Same idea. Just like
The at-home version.
just zen
Every
and,
morning.
Zen and
What time
indica.
do you wake up and do this?
Just whenever, like I don't know,
2 a.m., 3 a.m. It's time.
like it could be like 5 a.m. I think today it was like I think I woke up at 6, so that's when I did it today. Or if it's like on the weekend, it could just be like when I wake up. It's a comforting thing. It's like being back in the womb, you know. It's just like it's like I have everything I need. It's so
man.
good. Okay, so like I wake up in the morning and it's cold. I don't want to get too far off track. Because I set it at 67. You know what I mean? So you're a little like, you know, you get in the shower, so you're already feeling a little cold. So then when that hot water hits you, you're just laying there and it's like enveloping you. You're just like, oh, it's got everything you could ever want. But then the trick is before you get in the shower, I turned on the heater to 75. So then by the time you get out of the shower.
Ritual, so it has to be cold before you get in, and the feeling isn't really the same.
Yeah, it's the best. But anyway, so yeah, that feeling.
That's
is
when you
very-
feel that's right.
Yeah, that's what
I can
feel.
only imagine
Yeah,
that. Brother. I'm calling that in for me
call-
too.
you would
I
definitely
need a
call that in.
zen. That's funny.
Possum on set.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Molly's doing security stuff for us.
Oh, I thought that was
More
something
mice.
in the tree. That was him. Was that a monkey?
There she goes.
Okay, I'm calling in whimsy and following the tug.
Whimsy and what?
Following the tug.
I love
What does that mean to you?
I guess it's following intuition, but the feeling of just knowing where I have to go, what I have to do,
Yeah.
and not questioning it because it's just, you know,
Yeah.
it's like accessing the voice inside of me that is just like, it's not a voice, it's just a frequency.
Yeah.
And it just tells me where to go. And I hear it. I've heard it a lot this year, more than other years, but yeah, becoming
I love
fluent in
that.
that voice.
I like
That's
the way
really
you
cool.
put that.
I used to have a mantra that was follow the light, and I think like it meant the same thing to me as you're describing. When I was like had to make like big life choices, and like I just like realized when I kept doing that, then I kept liking where I ended up.
It's also, it feels light.
Yeah.
I read
Yeah.
something the other day that was, you only overthink when you go against your intuition.
Ooh.
I thought about it,
Beautiful.
and it's true for me.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. If you,
You know,
really.
when you're following the light and the intuition and the tug, it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to make sense, but you're like, yes, this is what I have to do. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
It's almost like, yeah, a little serenity.
Yeah.
And all the times I overthink, it's because I know deep down it's not the right thing.
Yeah, like you're doing something against your nature.
You hear the have y'all ever heard the if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that whenever I'm oh, should I do this, should I not? Well,
Yeah.
oh, this is convincing and that's a good idea. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
If it wasn't right away like a no questions hell yes,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's a hell no. I would
Yeah.
know. My body would know.
You would know if you actually
That's-
wanted to do it. You wouldn't have to like convince yourself.
Yeah,
or,
you wouldn't
like,
have to make
think
it
about it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then whimsy,
And whimsy, of course.
of course.
We need
Everyone can
whimsy.
use a little more whimsy from time to time. I'm calling in consistency because I feel like for like the last 2 months, I've put in a few different good habits, you know, that I thought would improve my life and the way I felt. And I feel like fire is so
gonna kill me
passionate
over here.
tonight. It's really excited. That's
loves
a
you.
good sign. It's because
Yeah.
you're here. And so I just want to keep all that up because I'm feeling like it's paying off, and I just like feel good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it just makes me want to double down. Like I love that feeling because it makes me feel like, oh, like I figured out how to do something that I want. Like, oh, like that's the process. Like it feels good. I know how I did that. Like, and just the feeling of like I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels it's
Yeah.
like a secure feeling. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I can just keep feeling this way and keep like progressing down this path if I just keep doing this stuff. So
It was
calling it-
consistency.
yeah, calling
love
it
that.
consistency.
I love that.
Calling in consistency.
That's perfect.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well,
we
Well,
do a-
everyone, welcome
dance?
back to Keepers of the Fire. I am your co-host, Journey Bailey,
and I am Imanis Fondi.
and today we have the amazing pleasure, the unforgettable pleasure of getting to welcome the talented,
Beautiful,
creative genius,
intelligent,
inspirational,
authentic,
lyrical mastermind,
host extraordinaire,
Wow.
singer,
songwriter,
host of Silverlake Jams,
and
Keep it
our
going.
friend,
Ellen.
McNeill.
Let's go.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Welcome, Ellen.
I love this podcast. All you've done so far when I've got this. Laugh at my jokes to make me out. It's been a great hour.
Oh, we're so
Thank
honored
you
to
for
have
having
you.
me.
Oh,
We
yeah, we're
are.
honored to have you, Ellen. How was your day?
My day was very chill today. It was a good day. It was.
That's awesome.
I walked outside to walk my dogs, and it was hot.
Yeah.
81 degrees in December in LA.
I
Mildly
know.
concerning.
Yeah.
Overall, quite nice.
Wait, it was 81 degrees.
It was 81 degrees. It was hot today.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, in the middle of December.
And you know we're in
Wow.
LA because we're talking about the weather first thing.
Yeah, that's us. We're an LA
every day.
podcast.
What?
An
It's
LA
the middle of
podcast.
December. Did you say it's perfect weather? That's crazy.
Blue sky today?
Wow.
That's how crazy it is. Are you all right, Ellen?
Yeah, you're not on fire.
Journey, are you good?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I went home from doing one of these. I had like I realized there's a hole in one of my shoes. They're like new shoes. I was just like, all right.
And the like fabric ones you have?
Yeah, they're like
the white and
they're like
black ones you-
sneakers. Yeah, like white, like the worst shoe to have like a big black hole in the middle of it. Just nuked them. It's like I
You
can't.
gotta bring it so
Even
we
though-
can see it next time.
Yeah, I still got them. I think. Like even though that's the only thing wrong with the shoe, like they're cooked, dude. It's toast.
They're cooked. Literally, they're cooked.
There's no more of this. Yeah. So you had a chill day, not in terms of the weather, which was perfect,
Yeah.
but in the sense of hanging out with your dogs.
I did. I hung out with my dogs all day, and I worked on an EP that I'm making for the new year.
Oh.
You're cooking up an EP.
Cooking it up.
How long have you been working on it?
The production of it, not long. The songs, a couple years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been cooking around in your head. There are like some ideas that
Yeah.
are coming to fruition.
And now it's coming out of my brain and into the ether.
The ether is so lucky to have your
Yes.
songs come into them.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It's about to be blessed by some Ellen McNeill
The ether is about to have a
originals.
good year.
Speaking of being blessed, we were just blessed here at Keepers of the Fire with your performances of your two songs,
Yeah,
which were
immaculate.
so beautiful.
Thanks,
And
guys.
yeah, absolutely.
It was amazing. Just to I'm so excited that the audience gets to hear them.
Yeah.
You know. Wait, will they have already heard one, or we don't play it till
They'll
after?
hear it at the Stoke break. So
Okay,
if you're
gotcha. That's
listening,
when the first
you'll
one
get to
will
hear
come.
Ellen McNeill's 5 Years Too Late.
Yeah.
5 years too early, sorry. Beat that. You'll get to hear Ellen McNeill's 5 years
David,
too
cut
early.
out that mistake.
David,
Don't leave that in.
No, at the Stoke break, you'll get to hear Ellen McNeill's 5 years too early. And then
No, it's
there-
5 years too late.
Too late. Too late. I said too early. 5 years too early. By Ellen McNeill.
So-
After the Stoke break, so stick around. And then at the end, she has another song for y'all that I won't say the name of because it's worth the surprise.
Ooh.
And I love them both,
Ooh,
Ellen. I
keep 'em
love them
hooked.
both. I've heard both of them. I cried from the first one because you did it in the middle of your one-woman show called History of a Heartbreak, which you took all the way to Fringe Fest. And I always get confused where exactly Fringe Fest is. Is that one in Edinburgh? Mm-hmm. And it's a month-long festival
It is.
in all the locations of Edinburgh, including the streets and underground places and random places. And there are different kinds of shows, if I'm correct. It's been going for how long?
70 years, I think.
70 years
Yeah.
is crazy. The city is taken over by performers. And from my, I would love to ask more about that experience, but from what you told me, there are a lot of people working on these shows normally. And you did it all by yourself. You did one woman show, and you got to perform in front of a ton of strangers. And I got to see that both before and after, and it was so
That's
beautiful.
true.
And 5 years too early is in that, and it made me bawl crying. So I can't wait for them to hear that song as well. Yeah. So on this, you said you're doing a new EP. Are any of the songs from History of a Heartbreak going to be included in this EP? Or have those kind of, and could you explain History of a Heartbreak to us as well?
Yes,
This
I
show.
can. The EP is called History of a Heartbreak.
Okay.
So it's truly
think I
just
know
all
where
the
we're going
songs. Yeah, History of a Heartbreak was a show that I wrote this past year for the Fringe Festival as a means to escape LA and have a little creative challenge for myself. And it charts the rise and fall of a relationship. And it's within a relationship's vessel, but I think it's a lot about finding yourself and losing yourself and finding myself again. So, yeah, I took it to the Fringe. 4,000 shows go to the Fringe every year
Wow.
now. Just crazy.
Yeah.
And most shows have many people on them. So the streets are just like jam-packed. You're like a sardine moving through, and there's theater shows and comedy shows, and they're in these venues that are underground and in different buildings, and the whole city turns into Fringe. It's insane. And the energy is like, you know how people say LA is so amazing? Well, people say. I say LA is so amazing. The energy feels, it's so creative that everyone came here with a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's obviously a beauty and darkness in that, but the energy, you can find people of any creative kind here. It's just on a different frequency. And that was like, it was like a city that doesn't exist any other time in the year or the world except for this one place for those 30 days. And
Like
every
Hogwarts.
single, and it looks like Hogwarts.
Is that how
And
Hogwarts?
J.K. Rowling wrote Hogwarts for Harry Potter in the cafes in Edinburgh.
Really? No way.
To the point where some cafes that look kind of like she would write them in there have plaques that say, J.K. Rowling did not write Harry Potter, because people come in.
And they ask, oh yeah, let's get tired of having to
That's
answer
so
that
funny.
question.
And
Was that just a shot in the
crowd
dark that you referenced Harry Potter?
Yeah. Intuitive.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you can just tell.
intuition.
It felt like a J.K. Rowling type
An
city.
idea I decided to give life and love to.
Yeah.
Say Hogwarts, say Hogwarts.
Yeah, you're already doing what you called in. You're believing in your ideas.
Thank you
yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Fast turnaround.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. But so continue. So you were there when this basically pop-up mecca of
Yeah.
art and performance
Oh, it's
during this month.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd never been before.
Never been before. And that's just in the theaters, like bars, pubs, restaurants, venues. Like, I think the studio that I was in rented out like government buildings, and you're walking up these massive staircases, and there's gold and portraits of
Whoa.
old dead people, and that's the theater. It's so cool. And then you go on the streets and there's people busking, musicians busking. There's people throwing fire and
People throwing fire,
upside down
yeah.
handstands while doing Rubik's Cube. Just it's the biggest street performing festival in the world too.
That is
It's so
Just
crazy.
performers everywhere, shows everywhere.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go and just be a tourist in Edinburgh during that month.
Yeah.
Like, and just go from one thing to the next, stumbling show to show, like as a spectator.
That would be, right. Just
Yeah.
having fun, getting lost in
So
it.
inspirational,
Insane.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the whole thing too is there's too
Yeah.
many shows, so you just have to stumble.
How many shows did you do? Did you perform?
I did 15
15 shows in what time
Yeah.
span?
in 16 days. Like it was just
gotcha.
every
Like
day.
Yeah.
17 days maybe. Yeah, mine was quite short of a run. Normally it's like 21 shows, 25. Some people do more, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
3 weeks. I think,
that's cool.
it's actually like a 3-week festival, maybe 3.5 weeks. But I stayed a bit, can't really stay late.
Stayed a little
Yeah,
bit to have some
celebrate a little
fun.
bit.
Yeah.
I love History of a Heartbreak. Would you call it a one-woman play? Because there's music in it as well. So how would you categorize it?
I was told, because I was also trying
Right.
to categorize
Right.
it, I was told it's called gig theater.
Gig theater or good theater? What'd they
Gig.
say? Gig.
I mean,
Okay.
I was like, it's good theater for sure. But
I was
like,
told
what's
what
the
I did
genre?
is good theater.
and I hung on.
Good theater. That right there.
This person I met. What they call good theater. That's called good theater right there. I don't know
You don't
why
have
they
the
have
heart
good
to correct
grades.
you.
You just oh, okay. So gig theater, as if
Gig
playing a
theater.
music
I think
gig.
truly, you
Okay.
you do a play and you play music in between.
That's so
I
interesting.
don't know if it's.
Yeah.
I have who's to say? I don't actually know what gig theater is, and all the people that told me my thing was gig theater
Yeah.
were just random people that hadn't seen my show. But it sounds about right.
It sounds about right.
Yeah,
It sounds. I mean, you
that
can
ain't seen
imagine
it.
what gig theater is based on that, and
Yeah.
it is so brilliant. It's one of my favorite forms of storytelling. I can't even describe to you how much I love it, and how many ideas I've had myself to try to do a form of it, or when someone else does it in movies or anything. I'm like, oh, this would be so much fun.
Like moving from
Acting out scenes and entire context given of a breakup or a conversation or a moment, and then you have this beautiful thing where you go to the roots of where it comes from, and you find your inner children, and you find your inner critics and the different iterations that they are at. And so you take us back and forth through your psyche and your history yourself with love and acceptance, and then in between these scenes and characters that you put on all yourself, it's so amazing. You'll throw in the song that is so perfect, obviously, because you wrote it from that experience, and it just hits 10 times harder, and it's so much fun to watch. And then like, okay, that just happened. Next time I'm watching a scene, how is this going to turn into a song? And you can't know ahead of time. Like when you're hearing them, then you're like, wow, that's insane. Yeah. It almost helps understand an artist's process better without actually the artist just going, so what I do is break blah, 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 which is also cool to hear about. But it's like you invite us in. And it's so cool.
It's like, what form is that? Is that like written lines that all of them are memorized and you recite them the same, or is like riffing in between songs, like just telling stories, or what are you doing in between the songs?
Yeah, I don't know if gig theater is banter, in between, but mine's a play. So like I wrote it and memorized it.
Okay, cool. Got you.
That was the big. I feel like riffing and bantering now has become less of a challenge. So
yeah, now you're very good at it. Now you're very skilled at bantering.
Memorizing something like I think it's 30 minutes of monologues and 20 minutes of songs.
Got you. Yeah,
Like
and so
word
it's like,
for word for word, writing something where every word was important and intentional, and then memorizing it word for word was the challenge. That I
not
wanted
just
to
the
do.
songs, but like every single line that literally that you utter. And so those scenes, they prime you emotionally to really feel like the full impact, it sounds like, of like what you
Sounds
intended
like.
through the song.
Sounded like to me.
Sounded like.
Sounded like to me.
When he goes texting, you know.
That's the truth.
If I'm understanding right.
If I watched what I watched and I saw what I saw,
I'm
sounds
picking up
just
what
like
you're
right to me.
and so now you're transferring that into your EP. Are you taking every song that you did in the theater
there's
version?
just 5, so
Oh, okay, gotcha.
kind of is like the rise in the fall.
Got you. Right. So now you're producing that, going into the studio, bringing that into fruition. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Hooray.
That is so exciting.
Hooray.
Will we be able to see? I think I saw that you were recording the last time you did History of a Heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Will you put that up anywhere where people can watch what I watched?
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
Oh, right
I think
on.
I have a show in New York in January,
Amazing.
a show in LA one more time before I ship off, and then I'm gonna put it on the ether as well.
All right. Would love to hear. Well, really quick for people listening, where could people find out or see your work or listen to your music, hear the new EP come out onto, or follow you on things?
Anywhere online on the ether. It's just my name, Ellen McNeill, double L. But
Ellen.
McNeill the Scottish way.
What's the difference between the Scottish way and a different way?
That's a good point. McNeill, McNeill, is Scottish.
Okay.
The
Double
original
L,
Scottish
now I
clan.
get it.
Yeah.
McNeal,
Oh, right.
they're frauds. I don't know where they're from.
Oh my goodness.
All right. If
Frauds.
you're McNeill, EAL, and you're listening,
Yeah.
Come fight me.
come find Ellen.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got some words for you.
Yeah,
Us,
yeah.
we
What-
don't have a dog in this fight.
What's your Instagram handle so they can find you?
I'm the other McNeil.
I just spelled it out for you.
Yeah, they know.
Okay,
They know
all right,
the
all right, yeah.
way
She
to
already
spell.
said
They
it.
know the way.
She already told you.
They know.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're
awesome.
Scottish.
I am on my dad's side. Yeah.
I feel like that's a really cool thing to be.
Thanks. Me too. Thank you to
You're
my
welcome.
ancestors.
Yeah. Okay. So EP coming out,
EP coming out.
and you're recording that right now. You're like actively going to the studio.
Starting to, yeah.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
found like a place that you like recording with like an engineer that you like?
I'm working with a friend from 10 years ago, actually. We went to school
A friend
together.
from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Have you and like did you just like rekindle? Like have you not seen that person since the 10 years?
No, I met him because he lived across the apartment building from me, and he was playing guitar one day,
Yeah.
and I knocked on his door and asked if he was playing guitar, and he said yes. And then we started talking, and I invited myself into his house, and we ended up doing like Boston Harbor cruise ships. I used to sing and he used to play guitar, and like weddings and stuff like that in college. And then we both moved out here.
You just started
Separately.
jamming together.
Wait,
met.
you did Boston Harbor cruise ships? Like you
Yeah.
would perform on the cruises?
They're like just evening cruises, but yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the
around.
name of a song. I thought
I was like,
I was like, what came in, we did that.
2026.
I was like, does Journey know that? I've never heard of this before. That's amazing. You were on these
It was
little
cute.
cruise ships.
It was really
Is there
cute.
any footage of that? I would love to see. Oh,
2015, man.
I still got to. I do want to experience a Boston Harbor cruise ship performance someday. I want to go and see someone like a young
should.
Ellen.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that
That's-
new on the bucket list, or that's always been there?
It's just so reawakened. It's been there since I was born, you know, and I didn't know it was deep in my DNA. And
And now you're
need.
serene.
And now
Yeah.
I feel this sense of calm, like I can relax because everything's going to be all right, and I'm going to go see this Boston Harbor cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be on that circuit. That'd be a fun, you know what I mean?
What an
cute,
interesting,
you know?
imagine.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours. You spend the first 2 hours eating dinner, and we'll sing you Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Wow.
perfect. On
And
the
then
boat.
on the boat, there was
Wow.
there's a couple of proposals, which was real cute.
While you were
A lot,
singing?
yeah, like a request.
Wow.
And then we were singing it, and then
Like a
the ring
request.
came out.
Like for a
yeah.
specific song that was special to
What
the
was the
couple.
song that was requested for a proposal?
I think it was "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis Presley, which the best one, and "Fly Me to the Moon."
Oh,
So cute.
That song's going to
So
get
cute.
really big, I think.
Yeah. I'm starting
Yeah,
to hear
most
it
people I
everywhere.
don't think have heard of it.
But
before.
they will after
will.
this podcast.
But they will.
Once it gets on TikTok, it's going to go bonkers.
Yeah.
Fly Me to the Moon by
Like, who
Frank
is Frank
Sinatra,
Sinatra?
is going to blow up.
Yeah, it's a big
That's so beautiful. How old were you during this time?
Mm, Maybe 19, 20.
Very cool.
It was sweet.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cute. And some random couple trusted us to sing them down the aisle and sing them back down the aisle.
Were they
and
getting
we were just
married on the
reminiscing
boat?
about that. No, it was a random wedding in,
Okay.
I don't need, like, Western Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And they'd never met us before, and I was in college.
Right.
I would not trust a college student to sing me down the aisle.
I think I would. If I was on a budget, you know, like, you might have to, dude.
You're sacrificing that moment.
Yeah.
No
You know,
choice.
if you're in a this was between that and no singer walking you down the aisle,
College kid better get his
college
shit right.
yeah. I mean, they got into college, you know what I mean? So they kind of
It
like
depended on what college
they like pick up a
sure.
pencil and like, you know, do math and stuff. So
You know?
yeah, that's it's okay. But you've been like ever since you essentially like were able to, you've been like exploring music and like getting music gigs and like building your way up, starting from weddings and boats to to Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
To podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
To this very stage.
To this
Oh, this is the
stage
pinnacle.
here.
Yeah.
Of my career.
Oh, your whole
One could
career has
say.
led you this
So why am I
moment.
here?
How does it
You've
feel
been
to have arrived
right.
at the precipice
Serene.
of your career? Welcome.
welcome. Actually, it brings me to a different stage that you had me on, which was your incredible backyard show called Silverlake Jams,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
which
yeah.
we first were
Incredible.
guests to.
That's true.
I had met you, and
Yeah,
you were
Yeah.
like,
how'd you
"Come
guys
by."
meet? It was a random
Coffee
chance.
shop.
At a coffee
yeah,
shop.
we met at a coffee shop.
Coffee shop.
And I said, "Hey, I like your style."
Did you say it like that?
And I said, I said it like,
Said,
"Hey there,
okay, thank you.
I like your style."
Thank you very much.
And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Hi. Oh, hey. I like your style." And you said,
Oh yeah, I just got this jacket from my friend who fled the country.
"Ow." Forgot. Wow.
Did you have another line in mind?
Just picturing your response, like you're just alarmed.
Wow.
Like, what did I get myself into?
Wow. All right.
Why'd they flee?
And then I told you
that-
you couldn't bring things up.
Sorry. My bad. We agreed we wouldn't talk about that. My bad. We'll get into those details.
Oh my god. And then I found out about this show, and you said, "Come with a friend." And so Journey was my friend.
That's
and we
true.
went to the show,
Oh, cool.
and you had these incredible performers in your home, actually, because it
was
rained
raining.
outside, which is
Yeah.
a rarity in LA.
That was a good show.
It was a great show. Oh my God, this is such incredible performers. And we were just sitting there on the floor with all these other people watching. We were like, dude, we're like in the middle of a professional backyard show. Like, this is really cool. Reminded
Yeah.
me of like Tiny Desk and So Far Sound. We were like, this is awesome.
felt like being in a music video. It was just
Yeah.
it was so cool. Like because it was raining, we're all packed in your living room. It's just like as full as it can get. It's like shoulder to shoulder, like in this
Yeah.
in your place. And then like the performers you had were of like such high quality. Just like the heart that they had. I remember like there was this couple who were like, I don't know if they're
Yeah.
actually a couple, but like there was a man and a
The
woman.
duo.
They're, like,
Yeah, they
the
are,
duo.
yeah.
And they just had like
The
this like
tailspins.
the tailspin. Shout out to
the
them. They just had this like
tailspin.
old school aesthetic, and it just like
Yeah.
took you back. You're like, are we like in like the 1940s, like in the barnyard right now? And
It
he
was
was just
so
like giving
good.
it his all, dude. And so it feels like the walls in the place are shaking. It's like, and like, and you're just like the host of that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an insane thing to set up. It's and like you just did that when you moved to LA because you're like, I want to ingratiate myself in the community, so I'm gonna create a
One of the-
banger party
Yeah.
every week
yeah.
and start like a musical
with food
community.
and gifts and laughs, and you're like up there charming and joking, and then you'll perform sometimes, and like,
Yeah.
all right, the stage is warm, let's get the performer on. Like, you're like incredible. You're an incredible host.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
Like your world up there. Here's like in the zone.
yeah,
It's like you're hosting like a professional. Like whenever I see you out there, I'm like, oh yeah, whoa. Like you're
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the host
Like-
of this big event, like leader of this huge thing. Like,
Yeah.
sick.
very fun time, very impressive. And I got to, you asked me to perform, which was such an honor, and my whole family was there to see it,
It
which
was
was
so
Yeah,
so,
that
sweet.
was cool. Yeah, yeah.
so
what songs
special.
did you do again?
I did I'm
My two
Tired
favorites.
Yeah, okay.
East Side Livin'.
I remember East Side Livin' was
East Side Livin' was
really
great. They were
special.
super active during East Side. Like the audience sang back, and
I know you had everyone vibing.
They were down. They were
There's
so
a lot of East Siders
down.
there.
I was like, let's
It was a good song for that.
It's East Side.
Good place. That was a perfect place to do it.
East Side.
Silverlake Jams is a perfect place to do East
It
Side
was.
Livin'.
That's why I chose it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really special thing. So thank
It
you
was
again
so-
for that.
You had a whole squad up there too. It was
was-
like the
I remember
lower
that.
left
Yeah,
corner of
true.
the rug,
Yeah.
That's true.
singing
Yeah, we're back there
along.
with like John, David was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a whole
It was cool. Dude, it felt like the
crew.
Sandlot or something. We're like standing like on like buckets, like looking over the fence, you know? We're like, that's Yvonne, you know?
playing Major League Ball.
Yeah.
Dude.
There he is. He went out here,
Come
dude.
on,
Is
it's
that
us
East
from the
Side, East
Sandlot.
Side? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're like the beast, dude. We're like looking over the fence.
It's the giant dog.
Yeah, dude. It's like I left my lighter like behind you. I have to go get it. You started chasing me out.
Oh my god.
But anyway, Silverlake Jams.
Yeah, Silverlake Jams.
Silverlake
That's how
Jams
great the
is,
memories are that you
phenomenal.
created in that show. Could we hear a little bit about? Yeah, like Journey said, you moved to LA and you make this show because you want to integrate yourself. I've had some conversations with you, but I've always wanted to ask, as you're the host of this show that brings together people in the community, brings people to the community, and sort of honors the artists from around that community, having met so many people, hosting so many people, collaborating in a way by having a show you curate with so many artists, do you feel like there's any major takeaways you have or revelations, or did the reason it satisfy you change as time went on? Did you go, oh, I thought this would maybe be this, that, and the other, and now instead it's become this?
Good question. Well, I moved here in 2021 on July 4th, and COVID was still happening, and there weren't a lot of places to play. A lot of the showcases or the actual venues shut down.
Right.
And I moved here and I knew a handful of people, and most of them were on the west side. So it was just like totally new town. Yeah, and I very much I need to have a root system.
Yeah.
I've moved around a lot in my life. And it feels good to have familiar faces. So it was really just a way to meet people and make community and a place for me to play every month. And it turned into this really beautiful community of people that can come consistently. And it's like its own little, just community is the best way to put it. I don't know. It's beautiful. But then, we had brands sponsor it and food. I think I kind of just wanted it as a way for me to play consistently and meet random people. And as I went out into the world every month, to almost have like a catch-all is the wrong word, but like I can, floating through life and meeting all of these different people, and then the really good people that I really get along with, instead of just getting coffee with them once every year or just never seeing them again. It was almost like a way to bring them back in
And celebrate that in a way.
Yeah, and like it's like good people get along with good people, and so and the more shows we had, the more times people would come back and recognize each other, and I think it just became something that was so much larger than myself. Like it is cool that it became much more than the music too. The music consistently is very good. There's so many amazing musicians in LA.
Incredible.
It's so
Everybody
dense.
on there.
Yeah.
So many talented, amazing
It
people.
like blows my mind every time. And somebody
You're
the
one of
other,
those people for me. Like when we met you, I'm like, oh yeah, that's another one right there. Like a crazy,
thanks, guys.
insanely talented person.
Yeah.
But yeah, the city's full of them.
It's so, even like I don't know, and it's a way for me, like at the game night,
Right?
I met Valley Boy, and then and that was the same one.
I know, it's the one I reported.
Yeah,
Well,
I was literally just like, "Hey, Amon, you want to play?" And then, "Hey, Valley Boy, you want to play?" And then the three of us played, and it was just like,
It was a really good, like just the mix even of the us three performing. Like the balance was so well thought out. I was like, It's always impressive to see who you choose and who comes one after the other. You're like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's, I mean,
Oh, now I know who you're talking about.
Valley Boy was the singer in the sleeveless sweater.
Oh, right, yeah, and that's when you met him.
With
so
the
you
note.
invited
Was
him
it
to
the
the same
yeah,
show that
yeah,
Iman
yeah.
was on. Yeah.
Journey
Gotcha.
calls those, by the way, we found out, Journey calls those events.
what?
Coming over to play game night at my place.
Yeah,
He was like,
that's an outing.
It was. This was like a solid 30 people there.
no, I only bring it up because after you said that,
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing like,
Yeah.
what kind of event? It's just a game night. And then David and Eliana were like, well, actually, you got to meet a lot of people you've never met
Yeah.
because you always invite people who also have never met.
If it was
Yeah.
3 people,
So it's
Iman, your
So
game
it's an
nights, it's
event.
like, dude, it's like the Skull and
It
Bones
is an
Society
event.
it's an
of
event
LA.
because you are meeting new people. You got to be mindful of what you wear if you want.
It's the new Illuminati, dude. That's
it's not the threshold of an event.
Illuminati, that's for sure not it.
You're not supposed to say that out loud.
definitely not
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's definitely
Pause.
definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
Tweet
Beep that out, beep that out, beep that out.
This is so, it's just game night.
It's just game
It's
night.
just game night. Just a little fun.
Game night gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, the way we've done it is
The way we
it's
have
definitely
game,
been an event.
Game night is pretty legendary.
Yeah.
And that's where you met Valley Boy for
the
Silverlake
incredible
Jams.
Valley Boy.
It's
It's
true.
just one of those people you met, you connected with, and you were like, not only do
Had
I
a
want to
good
see them
chat.
again, I would
Yeah.
love to hear their music.
Yeah, gonna have
And he
him
was
on.
incredible.
So
I mean,
good.
he shook everyone's heart that night. It was so beautiful. Shout out Valley Boy.
Shout
That's a
out
good
Valley
way
Boy.
to say it. Shook my heart.
Shook my heart.
He shook my heart.
I was like
shook it
this. I was
dry.
like just freaking out when he was hitting notes. I was like, what? My body was like reacting.
It is.
It's like-
It's so cool. Somebody the other day asked me what my favorite concert has been in LA. And I used to go to concerts in college all the time and see the people, I'd listen to
Yeah.
an artist obsessively and then go find
Yeah.
them wherever
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, wow, it's so cool. I haven't gone to that many concerts in LA,
Yeah.
but all of the people that I have on Silverlake Jams are just the people that I love. Some of them I just become a little bit obsessed with and listen to their music a lot.
Yeah.
And then I get to hear the songs right there.
Oh.
It's insane.
It's really it's such
such
like
a
a genius
privilege.
move on your end. Like you move to a city and you're like, all right, first thing I'm gonna do is like make myself a local celebrity.
That's on her to-do list.
Yeah.
It says become a local
What's
celebrity.
a great way to
Bucket
meet
list.
Become a
people?
local celebrity.
What if I just
Check. After for Silverlake Jams, check.
I'll just start
First one done.
start a festival I run. Have shows every week, and then it's like all your favorite artists like up close. It's like you are living like you're working smarter, not harder.
I have.
I'm telling you,
you're drawing
you
into
guys just
things that you
compliment
love.
me.
It's
You got some things
pretty
figured
easy.
out.
Pretty easy to compliment you.
And let me tell you, it's
Wow,
easy.
guys.
A lot of
Wow.
compliments to give. To
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
great boots.
Made a whole list. And
Thank God we still have 90 minutes left, huh?
I don't know how long we got left, but Eliana, she keeps us on time. Shout out Eliana.
Shout out Eliana.
I did have
Shout
some,
out Eliana.
I have some questions about the EP. Would you be interested in, because I know you're still working it, so it could even change, but kind of describing maybe the way you want to order the songs? Because in History of a Heartbreak, you have it in such a specific order, and it tells the story so well. Are you going to try to mirror that, or just sort of let it find itself again now that you're recording them?
No, I'm gonna honor the way that it was written and just have
Okay.
it as preserved as possible
Right.
from that. It feels like a project that has consumed my year in a good way,
Yeah.
but also that needs to be now. It's been interesting because I haven't released any music this year,
Right,
but I've
right.
performed so much.
Yeah.
And I've performed the same thing over and over, and it's become this very meaningful EP that represented such a massive growth in my life and like rebirth in a way. And I feel like a different person from this time last year when I was writing it. So it's time to put it out there, and then also time to, it'll feel, I think, like the final chapter in the never ending book. But
In the never-ending book.
Yeah, right. Well, it's kind of
But
like
it
it's a
is-
way of like memorializing it, like bringing it to the studio and like getting like professional, like finalized
Right.
versions of each. Just like you've like got all this life out of it. Now it's like let's get it in its perfect crystallized version,
It's
and
the
then it'll be
book-
preserved that way forever.
It's
it's-
the hard book cover. It's the
There
published.
you go.
Published version.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in bookshelves everywhere.
You can flip through it.
You could probably actually make that script a book, like Fleabag.
Yeah.
a
I'm
sick
thinking that's
script.
my other project for
It's a
next
good
year
idea.
is
That'd be
figuring
cool.
out
Hi, Molly.
where to
Bye,
put
Molly.
it. Hi. Yes, you're such a good girl.
You can make it a book, like a pictures book, and then like when it gets like to the part for the song, there's like a button you can press in the book, and like, it starts playing the song.
It would be cool if anyone knows anyone in the New York Times or the LA Times. Imagine.
Yeah, we know some people. We'll talk after. We know some people.
Yeah, we'll call them.
Yeah. We'll call them media people.
My
New York
people to your
Times.
people.
Yeah.
Have I got a scoop
Some-
for you?
Yeah.
What is it? It's No, I'm forgetting.
The set list, like the order
No,
of tracks. Oh,
Modern Love.
oh,
What about
You know Modern Love in the New York Times?
No, it's not.
It's people's accounts of their love stories, and
Oh.
some of them are so mundane and some of them are so movie-like and romantic.
Yeah.
But it's the best column that the New York Times has because it's just
Oh.
the most relatable heartbreaks and devastations and also romantic coming to life of what love is about. It's great. And they have little tiny 100-word columns and then entire stories, full-fledged. So
That's beautiful. And so people just submit them. They're like, I have a compelling love story. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Send it to the New York Times.
yep.
it's so interesting how something can strike a chord for you. And it's like a confluence of all the different things you've consumed. So your thing, your play, gig theater is History of a Heartbreak. And it's there's so much of it that I relate to my own heartbreak or heartbreaks that I've had. And then you're mentioning this modern love column. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, like for a second, I'm remembering this whole love story that I've experienced. And I'm like, oh, that's right. We all have like, or not all of us, but most of us or many of us have these like deep falling in love and sometimes heartbreak stories. And I think it's so interesting how universal it can be. And I'm excited for people to hear your incredible expression of that universal experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I was about to say the name of the next song but I'm going to save it because it's
Right.
charming.
But even
I-
the first song.
Yeah, even the first song,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's so. I don't know. I just felt like a flicker in my
yeah.
chest, like
Well, now that the
and
audience
it's because
is,
of having seen you, you know. And then all of a sudden, I'm back to your show, and I'm back to that feeling. And I'm like, whoa! It even still has a hold on me,
yeah.
and you never know when that's going to come up, or you know,
like it conjures that
Yeah.
emotional memory within you
Yeah.
when you felt that. Yeah. Well, that's what is so, I think, intriguing and can be moving about. So when someone does like a really good love song, whether that be about falling in love or breaking up, is like how it can tap into that part of you so deeply, you know, and like you realize like that person is going through it and like this is their way of putting that, converting it into art. And like when someone does it well, that's why it's so moving, you know. It's like, oh, that reminds me of like some of the deepest emotions I've ever felt. And the audience soon is going to be listening to the 5 years too early.
This is true.
And that's an example of a song where I really felt that, you know, and like a lot of the subject matter, a lot of the topics that you brought up about like, you know, not even knowing what you want instead. Because actually I went through a very similar transition when I was around that age, 25. I would been in a long-term relationship for like 6 years at that point. And I was starting to have like some thoughts about like, you know, on one hand, I'm so in love with this person like relentlessly and like I don't want to let that go. But also I have like these thoughts about still being young and like I couldn't even define it. I was like, I don't even know like what the other, you know, what B is. You know, I don't know what plan B even is. But like I just had like this weird like compulsion. And it was like such a debate in my head.
Yeah.
It gets at like what you value philosophically. It's like, and like you're saying, the fear of like, am I going to end up alone? I remember that was like a big fear at the time. Like it seems like, you know, now it seems silly to me when I look back at it in hindsight, 'cause you know, but like at the time I was like, like I don't know life without this person. Like that's so crazy. Like the idea of like being without them. What if I never find this again? And that was like a huge fear, you know? And yeah, it's like that song tells that feeling perfectly, you know, like if only because I've had that same exact, you know, thought about people that I've met and been in relationships with. Like if we had just met at a different time when I was like maybe ready, when I was looking, for that type of relationship, maybe it could have gone the distance.
Yeah.
I always like to think like hypothetically in my mind, like if we were like stranded on a desert island together randomly, I would be like, okay, cool. I could totally spend the rest of my life with you. Like I lucked out, like if there's no other choice.
Lucky
like,
us. Yeah.
Lucky us. This is going to be great. But we live in a city of 30 million people. So it's not even just about other people. Like I think like in your song, you're talking about like you're with me, myself, and I, right? Or like maybe you could put that in your own words. Like what, if you feel comfortable, like what was the other things you were thinking about as opposed to like staying, in that same dynamic? What were you afraid of missing?
Well, it's so interesting that it's like the songs that I think hit and resonate with people the most sometimes, or a lot of the time, are the ones with such specific detail to that person, the writer's experience, in a way that the show as well, it was so specific to the rise and fall of my very specific heartbreak. And yet so many people, random strangers that came in off the streets, would come up to me after and tell me how it reminded them of their own story. Wow. Like the 5 years too early was one that I wrote because me and my ex, when we first met, we would always just say it feels like we met 5 years too early because we're just so young, but not in a sad way, just in a
right. How can it be this good so young? Yeah,
something like that. I don't even really remember what it meant or what we wrote about. It was just a phrase that kept coming up when we did the 6-month road trip across the U.S. and we would just yap, for days and days, and then. Yeah, that was just stuck in my mind. And I think the more it just felt like a dissonance.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the songs that I write are either in love or heartbreak songs because I feel the emotion so strongly. And then I will sit down and play whatever chord progression or whatever comes to mind. And then most of the time the songs just come out. So I think I wrote that one in like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Just in an afternoon.
Wow.
Went into my room, wrote it, and then had a song.
Wow.
It's crazy it comes out that fast because I feel like you're such a lyrical writer too.
Right.
It's very the stories you paint are very vivid, emotionally. So the fact that it came out so quick is unbelievable. I think it shows like how long you've been writing songs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like those muscles in your brain are just like ready to go.
Yeah. But it's so interesting because I wrote songs that were not fit for the human ear. Like didn't learn about metaphors for a little bit, and then I took a songwriting class in 2018 and learned about metaphors, and then they were all right.
Metaphors are dope.
I love metaphors.
It's a bit
once I learned about metaphors, everything changed for me. Not just in songwriting, but life.
There's pre-metaphor and post-metaphor.
Similes are fire too sometimes.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Similes are cool.
And
there's some other ones you can use.
There are.
They're big
We won't
words.
say them on here though.
Yeah. Can't give away all the sauce.
It's for part 2.
Oh,
Tune in next week. But yeah, I didn't start writing songs. Like the very first song I wrote that I was proud of that I showed to people was in 2019.
When you say show to people, did you release it publicly or you mean just like showing to friends and family?
No, I played it. Yeah, I played it out in an open mic. I was always a singer growing up and got more serious about it, but I'd never written my own. And I was a writer, but I'd never written my own songs. So I didn't start doing that till 2019.
Yeah.
Is that song out right now?
It's not out.
It's not out. Okay, so it's a secret vault song. I would love to hear it secretly.
Yeah.
At some point, if you.
Yeah, I mean, I play all of the songs that I write all across the world at this point, but
That's
I just
so
haven't
cool.
put them in
Yeah.
the studio. So
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's fascinating. They have their own life and history.
Yeah, and I play them so often that people sing along to them, but I just don't have. I'm much more a performer than a studio artist. But that's my next year is my studio
You
time.
have been so far, but you're.
Right.
Yes.
I think that's a cool way to become a studio artist too.
So,
it's like
yeah.
it's almost like you've like earned, like grinded your teeth like out like doing like the being on the front lines of it, doing live performances. I feel like that's a thing that people when they get started in music, like don't imagine doing, to like years down the line, like after they've accumulated a fan base. But you got into it, it sounds like, with like the live performance. That's like a very like integral part of your artistic expression. Like that's what you were looking forward to, I'm guessing, since you ended up doing it so much.
Yeah, I think that is a thing that fires my soul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like to the point where you're like, actually, I wrote this song that I love and I perform it, and like it doesn't even need to like become a song that can be downloaded from from Spotify. Like it's just like it exists for the people who heard it like in that moment, and like that, it was enough for me.
Wow.
I know. I think, funnily enough, it's the putting it into when I perform it, it's dynamic and it's live and it's how I wrote it, so I know exactly how to sing it and I know exactly what I need to do. But putting it into production means probably dressing it up and not just having my guitar and me. Mm-hmm. And that is it's like the bridge from my soul to the finished product is a lot longer.
Yeah.
And it's more difficult, and it's like I have to learn the language in order to create that. Yeah. And so it's almost been intimidating, and now that's what I need to let go of, is the intimidation of translating it into something that's more permanent. Like once it's there and it's released, that's how it is, versus like the song that we did. Yeah. We still haven't performed it fully. And so it has this life, like it's this beautiful piece that is what it is. Yeah. And then we can bring it to life in real life. Right. And it's the opposite. Yeah. We're going, and it's just a different experience. Totally. But it's very interesting to like, it's also like all the memories that I have with the song, and maybe the meaning behind it, translating that into something more tangible.
Wow. I'm excited for you to have a catalog of recorded songs. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Well, what we like to do is have what we call a stoke break, where we check in with ourselves, and everyone listening checks in with themselves if they need water, food.
Important.
Anything that you might need, anything someone around you might need.
If you need to change locations, put a different pillow behind your head, light a candle, get more wood.
Maybe it's time to lean back in your airplane chair, like it's already reached the altitude, the cruising altitude, but you haven't. Like sometimes I realize I haven't done it for like half the flights. Maybe now's the time you just put that button and lean back, and you don't feel guilty about the person behind, because the person in front of you is doing it. You know what I mean? It's a system. Everyone's doing it. So just
and if there's resistance, you just
push.
Start a mutiny. Yeah, sometimes you fight for your rights. You have to defend your territory on the plane.
To relax.
You have to fight for every inch.
For your right.
to relax. Don't give up no matter what you do. Cause a scene before you give up. Don't do that.
So that listeners, after the soak break, you'll be hearing the incredible Ellen McNeill, 5 years too early.
Y'all are gonna love it.
See you in a sec.
My name is Ellen McNeill, and this is my song, 5 Years Too Early. Feels like I met you 5 years too early. You're too wonderful, like you're out of a movie, yet wondering who I would be without you. It's the only thing holding me back. This fear of missing out with me, myself, and I. How can I meet the one when I'm just 25? This idea of spending the rest of my life feels like I'm just too young for that. You're leading me away from all my doubts. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So take my hand and take this part of my life too. I can't promise it all to you. It's far too much, far too soon. I've never let somebody in like this somehow you passed the quiz. Now my heart is in your hands, so please be gentle with it. What if I'm sick with addiction to change? What if I end up alone and estranged? All of these thoughts that pollute my head when I don't even know what I'm wanting instead. You're leading me away from all my doubts. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, out. So take my hand and take this part of my life too. I can't promise it all to you. It's far too much, far too soon. I've never let somebody in like this. But somehow you passed the quiz. Now my heart is in your hands, so please be gentle with it. And is it the fear that you're not right? Or is it the fear that you're right on time, but that I'll be left with the right side of my bed empty and entirely mine? So take my hand and take this part of my life too. I can't promise it all to you. It's far too much, far too soon. I've never let somebody in like this, but somehow you passed the quiz. Now my heart is in your hands, so please be gentle with it. Feels like I met you 5 years too early. You're too wonderful, like you're out of a movie, yet wondering who I would be without you. It's the only thing holding me back. Ta-da! Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Wow. That is the song, Ellen.
Oh, she said rolling? Say less, say less. Sometimes
Rolling
I like to
again?
rock and roll.
Sometimes you like to what and roll?
Rock.
Sometimes I like to stop, drop, and roll.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. You know. 'Cause
Sometimes I like to barrel roll. You know?
Sometimes
Do a
I
barrel
like.
roll.
Sometimes I like to eat sushi rolls.
Sometimes I play a role
Sometimes you play a role.
in a movie or a show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone doing that before.
Playing a role.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You heard it here first.
That's a crazy skill. That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Exclusively watches documentaries.
What's that?
Exclusively watches documentaries.
I've never heard of the
Just
concept of
I know,
actor.
really, yeah. Let me know when you make a documentary, dude. Then I'll check it out.
I watch all
No,
documentaries.
then I just really can't relate. We're like watching a movie. I'm like, I just don't really get. Wait, that's not happening. Why
not
are they
real.
Why are they acting like?
not real.
I know. You're right there. You didn't die.
You didn't
You're
die.
sitting right beside me.
When were you a firefighter?
What is this?
When were you
This
a
is
firefighter?
crazy, dude.
Oh my God. So if you're listening, you just heard the incredible,
Amazing,
talented,
larger than life,
beautiful,
soul touching,
authentic,
heart melting,
compassionate,
really just like
splendiferous,
Wow.
yeah,
one and only,
yeah.
Ellen
Ellen
McNeill.
wins.
Ellen McNeill.
Ellen McNeill.
Welcome back.
And you're probably at home feeling what we're feeling.
Yeah,
Which is a lot of love.
A lot of love.
A lot of love for Ellen McNeill.
A lot of love for Ellen McNeill. You're
Hello.
like, okay, on the first part of the show, I see this lovely woman in the beanie, and I'm listening to her talk, and she's very eloquent. But then now, after just hearing her perform, you're thinking, okay, now
Damn, she's sad.
you want to give Ellen a hug, but also you're thinking, oh my God, I see this person. She is now they see her how we see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, an incredible artist.
I'm less sad now.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
There you go.
That's really good.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, going through this whole process of, you said you did like all the shows in Edinburgh, and now you're recording these songs. Did going through that experience kind of help you like work through all that, and now you do feel better after going through all that and getting to process it through your music?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy experience, I think.
Yeah.
I manufactured a little heartbreak healing for myself.
Very therapeutic.
It was. I think writing about it and acting it out to strangers, that was the key.
Yeah.
For 15 nights and pulling them off the streets. And in Edinburgh, the way that you have to sell tickets if you're a small artist is basically door to door. But the doors are just the random people on the streets. And so you have to figure out a way to sell them tickets and pitch your show.
Interesting.
And in a way that stands out from the crowd, because there's a sea of 4,000 other shows doing the same thing.
That? Did you sing them a little song?
At first, I just walked up to them and said, hi there. So actually, that's not my show, but it's a podcast I'll be on to talk about how well it goes.
So stream it where you stream your podcast.
And at first, I went up to them and I asked if I could ask them a question.
Okay, that's a good way to start.
And
Can you
yeah, hi.
Could you show Iman? He's the resident role player.
That's true.
You can show me what this is all about.
resident role player is crazy. Just still doesn't understand. Like the acting, never heard of it. Resident role player could probably role play that.
Like I just learned about it just now. We just talked about it.
I'm down to though. Okay, I'm just in Edinburgh.
La 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 la. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Oh, yeah.
And this is a point where you can tell exactly who the Scottish people and the British people are.
Yeah.
So go, oh, too vulnerable for me. I need at least 3 beers to answer that question. And you're like, all right, well, I can see you're already 3 in, but that's okay.
All right.
It's been nice to know you. And I keep on going. And it's good. It's self-filtering. And then you know who the Americans are because they go, oh my God, have I ever been heartbroken? Let me tell you about it.
Let me tell you, like, yes.
I'm waiting for someone in Edinburgh to ask me. Came all the way out here for that.
No one ever asked me
These
that.
Scottish people just make fun of me.
British people are pissed when I bring it up.
Oh, no, he's like turning to Forrest Gump. He was like telling your whole life story. Like, well,
I had a few of those too. Free therapy sessions.
Were you just like,
Taking
because
it
you
in.
unlocked that, they were like, okay, I'll tell you. And they told you the whole love story. Wow, you were
Yeah.
immersed.
I've had some crazy moments.
did you ever have to cut somebody off because you're like, I'm actually just trying to see if you want to go to my show?
It's like, actually, it's been 50 minutes. So now we're just going one for one.
I
You
know,
owe
like,
me.
my show or
You
don't.
owe
I have
me.
like 50 tickets I'm trying to get rid of. Like the sun setting.
Yeah, I had some people, and then they'd look at me, they'd like get a glazed eye, this glazed stare in their eyes, and recount the latest heartbreak or the most devastating thing in their life, and then come back to reality and be like, but you kind of wanted that, right? That's exactly what you wanted. And I was like, yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. Anyway, so I have a show.
Wow. Still gotta get that bag,
The most part, it was...
Just to see it through my butt.
Yeah, what was the conversion rate?
It was too low for what I wanted. It was too much effort. And
Yeah.
the rejection rate there, especially once you're, if you guys go, you will be bombarded with people.
Awesome.
And some people do, do personalized pitches, but most people don't do that because it just takes too long. Because I'm like having, but it was more about the healing for me and like basically, we didn't finish. So I say, have you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah.
Like, will you answer a question from my magic box?
Magic box, sure, yeah.
And then I have a little magic box. And it went from a tissue box that just got so gnarly and gross. And then it went to a tea box that was a Yorkshire tea, because my show is about me being Yorkshire, despite the accent. But then that got gnarly and gross. And then I bought a wooden box and just decorated it and taped it all. And it said, magic box, scrawled into marker. Yeah. They're like, yeah, sure. Doesn't look magic to me, but... And I open it up, and it has a bunch of little papers in it. All
right, do I just grab anyone?
Grab anyone.
Okay.
Pull it out, and on it, there's a little scroll, and it says something like, what advice would you give to your younger self about love?
Oh. I would give my younger self advice about love by telling them... love can be blinding, and your form of love may be someone else's form of hurt. And so you should do your best to communicate the types of love people receive best with, and the types of love you love to give the most. Yeah, I would tell him that.
Like as in love language or something different and deeper?
Partly.
And like the way that you love and the intensity.
Yeah, partly love language and partly like, like an articulation of, hey, like when I really want to be with someone, I have these tendencies. Like I love like this. I love hard. I feel comfortable with more time together. I want this. And, if that doesn't, I don't know, if it doesn't
like
align.
Expectations almost.
Yeah, just more clarity in the relationships and the form of love. And sometimes the form of how much love I can't give. Being clear with that. Like, hey, let them know if you're not all the way where they're going. You can't lead them down that road and know the whole time you were going to get off, So just like a clarity. That's what I would say. It's a great question.
It's a good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what are you doing out in Edinburgh?
Well, I just got my heart broken and my life shattered in January, and so I wrote a play about it. I'm a musician out in LA, and it's the rise and fall of my relationship and how I lost and found myself.
Wow.
And it's over in Greenside Studios every day for the next 14 days.
Okay, that's amazing.
So,
and what's it called?
If you need a little laugh, maybe a little cry, got you covered.
I would love that. What's it called?
It's called History of a Heartbreak. It's an EP of songs woven into a play.
And did you write them?
And if you don't cry, I'll give you your money back.
Oh, how much is a ticket?
It's a great question.
Thanks.
12 pounds.
Easy. I'll give you 20.
Wow.
I'm so excited to see this
You should
play.
be on the streets of Edinburgh.
I will
You'll
be on the streets
You'll
of
go really
Edinburgh.
broke really fast.
I'll be on... I don't know, actually.
Wait, they have to pay for it like right then?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me your money right now.
Okay, no, if you're going to go, then
pay up.
Then prove it. Put your money where your mouth is. Like, a lot of people just say they're going to be somewhere, but...
That's the whole thing, though. That's like the low conversion rate, because I can have a great conversation with someone on the street, and they'll be like, wow, that was really special conversation. I really want to go. I really want to go. And then never see them again. But then there were people that I'd see, and then 5 days later, I'd see them at the show, and they would just walk in, and I'd like go right back to our conversation and remember exactly what they said.
So you would like lock in still and like have special moments. Like you'd be like, okay, like we did lock in, and like now they're here.
Yeah, or like people that I met, like 5 minutes before the show. That's like peak time where you go outside and you try to get as many people. I got people off the street and just like pitch them in the show, and they would come in, and then afterwards they would tell me about their own anxious breakdowns or their own problems with love. It was really cool. And there's, some randos that were just bawling. It was like,
Wow.
a really, crazy experience. But the conversion was so low. And by the end, you guys will know,
Yes.
you're walking down the street and there's so many people and you're like sardines, and there's someone with fire here and swallowing knives here and singing here. And it's just like
It's a party.
an overload, like stimulation overload, sensory overload that I have never felt before.
Whoa.
Just because and I was doing it for 12 hours a day. So you're
Yeah.
kind of like in it.
Yeah.
Lots
Hustle.
of expectations, but even just walking after a while, at first, you're like, yeah, thank you. And most people go up and they're like, hey, come and see a show, a comedy about Shakespeare tonight where he eats his head. and you're like, thank you, sounds great. And then like 40 more people come to you in the next 40 minutes and you're like, oh my God, I don't remember anything.
Oh, what show is the Shakespeare comedy show?
They're like, now there's 17 different Shakespeare shows. Like, I have options.
Everybody knows that,
Overload.
dude.
So they don't go to any shows. They just go back to the hotel. They're like,
To be honest, you just go to the pub and then there's something random at the pub that you stumble into.
That's badass too.
So
There you go. You got to perform at the
shows.
pub.
yeah, and there's just so many people and they're all so talented from all around the world. And so then I figured, okay, I'm exhausted. I'm like, the rejection is, I'm fine with rejection. I've done sales before. But,
Oh, wow. Yeah, you have to get
but
used to it
doing
for
it
sure.
on your own art, also when I was heartbroken, and also I was just like,
Oh, man. Yeah.
waking up and just like
Yeah.
trying to get people, and it's just okay, it's not even the rejection. It was a low conversion where I just knew it wasn't going to be worth it, and I
Yeah.
wanted to fill out the space. And
Yeah.
so then I bought a busking kit on online, and it came the next day. And
Oh, wow. You can just order a busking kit.
Next episode on Keepers of the Fire.
I want to be a
I feel
busker.
like, yeah, I feel like that's
Like
something.
drum, kick drum.
Something
I'm
everyone
too
should
busk.
have. Yeah.
Ask on the Keepers of the Fire.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my song. How did you know?
Sorry, yeah.
You should just get that when you're 14. Like, that's how you pay for your first car. You just
So you
start
bought a busking
Yeah,
kit.
so you
I bought a busking kit. Honestly, if I'd kept going, could have
Yeah.
paid for my first car.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
You were a
Right,
busking
but you're on that track.
queen?
I was.
You're working your way toward
it was
it.
really cool. Yeah, and it was like I would just set up on the streets and sang, and people would walk by and like stop for a bit. Got 5s, 10s, 20s. Like it really,
Heck
it was
yeah.
cool. And then, but mostly I just had a big board that said I have a show, and then in
Yeah.
between every song I'd pitch people my show, and then they would find me on Instagram and message me that nice things about my music, or that they came to the
Yeah.
show after seeing it.
Yeah.
And so that was.
Better conversion
better
rate.
conversion
better
rate.
experience.
Yeah.
But also, I got to do the thing that I love to do.
Oh.
And it was so special.
Yeah.
So I got the first week, I think I had 2 weeks of shows. The first week I just walked up to people and asked for advice and was, had 3 different questions
Yeah.
about love and relationships and just in general, like if they were together, what was your relationship advice? There were people in their 70s that had met when they were 14,
Wow.
17, like had been together through the thick and thin of it.
Wow.
And it was just an excuse to walk up to literally anyone.
Yeah.
And in the Fringe in general, but I think for this experience specifically, it's like all social anxiety out the window.
right.
Because you just,
Yeah.
They had no place
even if
there.
you don't want to, you have, it's like there's going to be nobody in my theater tonight if I'm not selling tickets on the street. So
Yeah.
gotta just get out
Yeah.
there
So,
and
yeah.
chat to the people. But then
Wow.
it wasn't just like, oh, come to my show. I got some really, beautiful conversations and not even advice as much as hope, I think. It's like
Yeah.
love still exists in the world. And so many people have been heartbroken. And so many people find love again
Yeah.
in so
yeah.
many ways. Yeah, it was really special. I forget what your original question was, but that
Yeah.
was the process.
That's
That's really
insane.
cool. So, like, in every person that you talked to at that festival, you kind of like brought some of that energy, some of that reflection, like back into their life, like like the point of the art, by having them like recount their own story, and then for the people that it did, convert to, who came in, like became fans, heard your songs, like you must have moved so many people during those 15 days, 16 days.
It was really special. But I think the thing about Edinburgh, I think a lot of Europe art culture, our art is kind of just entrenched in the culture because of the history and I don't know, the longevity of everything. It's it's been around for so much longer, and it's
Yeah.
baked into the collective mindset.
It's like culturally
art is
more dense. It's just
art.
like, yeah.
And you appreciate art for art, and it's almost it's not even just different, it's antithetical to the idea of consumerism and content creation and making art to the masses to get fans and likes and supporters.
Yeah.
So it was, somebody told me this going in, the person that inspired me initially to do it. He came back and he was like, Ellen, it's just people ask questions about your art and they're interested about the art and the art itself, and not checking your Instagram to see how many followers you have or to know just all of the ways that I think art can become convoluted to a certain extent and kind of disconnecting from why you're doing it in the first place. So when I was there, it was like, this is a show. Literally, this show is just for me. Like, I've written this show as a way to heal from a really big life shatter. And the purpose of it was not, I honestly didn't even, I was like, if a couple people buy tickets, that's great. That was my goal in the beginning. I was just trying to remember the lines.
Wow, yeah.
Turned into something.
And did you ever forget the lines during this run in Edinburgh?
It didn't. The only time I forgot the lines was when you saw it the first time.
And I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I just had a really long pause.
I mean, I just thought it was part of it. I thought, wow, genius. She's brilliant. I was so swept up in that first time I saw your play because I'd never seen you act before. And you do accents and characters. I mean, you're a one-woman show for real. And I don't even see much theater in my life because I'm from Texas, a small town. There was no at least I wasn't aware of theaters. You know, it wasn't like a thing we went to go see live theater. And then got into acting pretty much straight into film, and never really did theater. And
Did your schools have theaters growing up? Elementary, or middle school, or high school?
Elementary school, yeah, I think they all
How did
had
you get
theater.
into it? Yeah.
I never. It was never a
it
thing
wasn't for you.
I didn't know anybody. No, actually, when I was a little kid, when I was 10, it's kind of a sad story. I was in a play. I don't remember what play it was, but I had a really good role. I had a ton of lines, and I had a really fun character. I remember reading all these lines and loving this thing. And then the night of the play, my parents had people in town, visiting and having dinner and getting, drunk and merry, and they lost track of the time and they forgot. And then I was trying to remind them, and finally they were like, oh my God. And I thought well, if they haven't taken us yet, it's because I'm sure we're on time. I don't have to be worried. I trusted that, Then we get there and they open the theater door and the narrator is just reading all my lines for me. And they're in the middle of the play, and I'm just standing there with the theater open.
That's so sad.
And the door's open, and I witness it. And they're like, do you want to go? Let's go. And I was like, I don't want to go anymore. They're playing my part already. So I walked outside. Sat in these walls. We called them the cheese walls. There are these giant walls outside the school. There's 3 of them, and there's just these holes that look like cheese holes. And I just sat in one of the cheese hole walls.
These Swiss cheese?
Yeah, Swiss cheese. I sat in one of the cheese hole walls, and they just gave me a moment. They just kind of let me have a moment there.
You took a beat?
I took a beat, dude. Took a seat, dude. And then I never acted again. Literally never did theater again. Never heard about it again. Nothing, dude. Theater died from my life.
Wow, what a redemption story. Your career turned out to be. I didn't realize if your life ever was ever a biopic, that could be the
That's the
opening
turning
scene.
point.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
my
Just getting
God.
crashed, and then this cuts to you playing tennis, and
Cut to you eating a Swiss cheese sandwich after you finish shooting.
Yeah. It's lightsaber one hand. Swiss cheese sandwich. And then it just match cuts.
Yeah.
The kid on the cheese wall. And then the cheese turns into my sandwich. And then the sandwich is me on some other giant wall, blue screen wall with the lights on my break. My legs are still dangling like the other thing.
where's the narrator now? I'm here.
Guess who's the narrator now? Looks at camera, It's like a Fleabag episode. But yeah. That was
Wow.
the theater that I did. But anyway, back to your theater. I don't watch it all the time, and so I don't even like have a reference for. I've never even seen a one-man show. I've heard about
trying to
one-man
think if I
plays where one person plays many characters, or a two-person play where two people play many parts. Yeah. But I've never seen one. Yours was the first one I'd ever seen. I guess that's another reason I was so impressed and definitely didn't notice you forgetting a line. I was just like in awe when you were oscillating between them all. I was like, whoa. She's like, whew. She's jumping in and out of emotional states, accents, ages, enemies, friends. Like, whoa. And then singing in the like, like when the song comes up and then it's like, oh, I'm watching a live concert, and then back. It was so electric. It was very energetic play in that way, It was cool. I was really impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to watch that. History of
Are you going to do it live again anytime in LA? I think so. I had family in town the last time you did it, and we had tickets to the Comedy Store. But I really want to see it again.
I'd love to do it one more time.
I think you should.
You should. Are you going to post on your Instagram if you do?
Probably.
Okay, cool.
I'll send you a personal message.
That'd be sick. I feel so special. Like, dang. I'd show up in like a tuxedo.
We can show up in tuxedos.
Theater wear.
Let's do it.
You should do a formal attire night for it.
We could do.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
We're going to set the tone for sure.
That'd be great. It feels a little, I'd love to see people crying in their tuxedos. Honestly.
That's also why I want it to be formal night.
About that,
I want to cry in my tuxedo.
Yeah. Oh. I want to cry with the Men's Warehouse guy, like in his tuxedo.
Have him come with you as your plus one.
Yeah. I'll give you a ticket for him.
You know the thing you sized me for?
Yeah.
Get one for yourself. We're going to a show. You and me, man. I really appreciate the sizing you've done for me.
He's like, do you think I'll like it? Like, I guarantee it. He's like,
you ever had your heart broken? He's like, just did, man. I feel like we were 5 years too early for each other.
I got the show for you.
Show of a lifetime. Show of a lifetime.
Yeah. But if you do that, that would be a blessing to the city of LA and Los Angelinos.
Well, in that case, I must.
Yeah.
In that case,
I just wanted to put in that
fair.
context to make sure you understood the magnitude of, what it is you have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you haven't even seen it.
I know, but
you got him.
But I love the confidence.
So good, Ellen.
But I just have this feeling from knowing you, which is like,
go ahead.
Such a complete masterpiece in of itself, just like in like the bits of you that I've soaked up and the parts of your music that I've seen, and from the raving reviews of Iman, who I know only appreciates the highest and finest of art.
Finer things in life.
The finest things in life, yeah. He brushes his teeth with Fiji water. He does
Tastes better.
Yeah.
When I accidentally swallow some of the foam.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to accidentally swallow tap water. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And he said he ever since the first time he saw it, he's like, dude, you don't understand. It is so good. It's like perfect. It's yeah. And so that's how I know. So it's an educated guess, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. I compiled the evidence and considered the totality of the circumstances and made a deductive.
Your law school is coming up.
The attorney.
Right there. Yeah. But
okay.
yeah.
Tuxes then.
Tuxes.
A formal affair.
A formal affair. Yeah. That would be cool. I would like to cry in a tuxedo.
Yeah, I'll be in jeans and a t-shirt, but I'll be watching all the expensive tears.
That would be cool. That would make the tuxedos pop even more.
I think so.
It would make your character fits pop even more.
Right.
The casualty of Heartbreak.
Right.
The casualty of Heartbreak.
It really separates
how casual you are.
Because normally you're like, normally we're all in our tuxes.
Normally.
Yeah. Right?
We all wear a
tux.
tux.
We're all wearing tuxes.
Yeah, it's like your mask.
When you're going
you said
through
really dress down for this one.
For tonight, yeah. I mean, my tux is just at the cleaners, and all four of them, and I have some suits to cover the other days.
You just wait until they all get really dirty, and then you put them in.
Yeah, I do it all at once. Yeah, one big wash. But when you're going through Heartbreak, The fits are a little bit more casual.
It's not in tears. It's not a good look on a tux.
Except when you're watching your show, then you can do it. Then it's welcome and invited. Mm-hmm. So you're going to play the show possibly another time live, but it's also coming out so people could watch it.
They can.
They can watch it, which they should. And then from that show, they'll also be able to hear the 5 songs that appear in the show.
They will.
In the EP, History of a Heartbreak.
One is out now, and the rest are TBD.
TBD. And I love that you could have the story of the EP, or you can watch the play that gives you the story of your heartbreak. I think it's such a cool mix. I also think, Joni and I talked about it right when we were talking about guests, how perfect you are in any setting. But like you were mentioning earlier, where you said, oh, I've played these things live so many times, and those experiences are just what they were, right? Whereas in the studio, you're recording, you want it to sound a specific way, and then it's immortalized like that. And these other ones are dynamic, and they change every time depending on how you feel or who you're performing to. We were like, it's going to be such a great combo to hear her just play by a fire.
Yeah.
And like it be live.
Yeah.
The way you are, we've heard you in the past.
Yeah.
So thank you for being on this podcast and performing live for us in front of this fire.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. We've created such a calm, lovely scenario. A very safe.
That's the main point of this podcast, is to create calm, lovely scenarios.
Yeah.
And we have achieved that this evening.
Yeah.
Thanks to the lovely musical stylings of the lovely Ellen
McNeill.
And I wanted to say, have you guys released a song that you did together?
No.
Okay, so are there any
But
plans
technically
about
by
that?
now, in the future now time.
In the future,
Yes.
maybe now time? Oh, right, that's a good point.
That's
Do you want to say anything
right.
to your future self?
That's right. Oh.
Watching this episode?
As you think of that, I want to mention to the people, the viewers, listeners, you'll have to check out the video for this. Ellen, the sweet Ellen McNeill, gave us a wonderful gift and
An
somehow
amazing
beat
gift.
us to the merch.
So somehow we can get a close-up.
Yeah, and we got these mugs. We'll show you right now on the camera.
Would it be easier just for us to walk up there?
Journey, will you just? Oh yeah, you can walk up here.
Okay, cool.
Will you describe the mug while I'm doing this? Yeah, will you actually describe it?
Yeah, okay, so Ellen
What
has
do you
really
see?
set the bar high for guests. She showed up not only with music to share, but she got Iman and I customized glass mugs that it has etched in Keepers of the Fire with a beautiful logo and flame. And when we saw this, we thought that she ordered this off Etsy or something. You know, like when someone would get a gift like this, she actually etched these herself and also put in our first initial on each so we could distinguish. So like when we have these around
God
set,
forbid.
we're not like accidentally putting like our germs together. We will know whose is whose. And we were both blown away by it, and I think it sets a precedent and an expectation for guests going forward. That if we ever ask you, we're not going to bring this up again, but if we ever ask you to come on this podcast, just know it's implied that you bring some kind of
new
handcrafted
standard.
gift.
And that you watch every podcast before so that you learn.
yeah, so that you don't get the same gift as somebody else.
Set just starts getting complete. Every episode we have more and more gifts. There's just so many things on set now that are all gifts. from
Planting the
different-
seeds.
Yeah, so it's like an offering.
We start having to give away gifts. There's too many. We're like giving it to guests.
Yeah, eventually when you come with a gift, you'll get it'll be an exchange. You can take
White
one of the
elephant
others.
all day.
They're getting personalized things that are ours. E and J, everything. They're like, my name
birthdays
doesn't
are-
start with an E. What about a J?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about a J?
Yeah,
Want
yeah.
J's?
We started inviting people based on their first initials because we need to get rid of some.
That's why we have Ellen here, 'cause she's an
personalized
E.
gifts.
I'm Ellen Jessica, so
Oh, you are both of us
perfect.
combined.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. Were these for you initially? No pun intended. No, I'm sure they're for us.
The pun went straight over my head.
Did you realize your pun after it came out of your mouth or right before?
I don't even know. It's
That one
kinda-
sounded like right after? Like,
I think it was kind of like, it was like a second after. And
Yeah.
that was like, I didn't never really like realize or thought of that as being an option, but it was like the perfect context. I was like, oh, that's so funny that like
gift, yeah, you were,
that,
like, gifted
that we're
that.
talking
You're like,
about
oh,
initials.
sick.
Like I never
Sick.
thought about it that way.
Can you say it again? I missed it entirely.
Even better than cheating. Yeah, dude, none of us got it, dude. Sorry.
The,
I just garnered such a big laugh. Now I feel like I shouldn't have zoned
we were
out.
talking about.
You were like, what'd you say, actually?
We were talking about.
1 second, that my brain went to a different dimension.
You said your initials were EJ, and so we're talking about how like our initials are on here, EJ. And I said, were these for you initially? No pun intended, like initials.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. Good job.
Thank you. I think what I'm trying to say is thank you. Thank you so much. This is really a treasure. You know what I mean? This like marks an era. I'll always whenever I use this for the rest of my life, I'll remember how this time of my life felt.
I'm proud of how they came out.
They're really impressive. They're really impressive.
Glass etcher, $25.99 from Daddy Bezos.
Boom.
There you go. That's what I was about to
Whoa.
ask you if you were kidding when you said that you're going to start making these and potentially selling them.
Well, currently I bought a bunch of glasses from Goodwill and cleaned them and assigned them to my different friends.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
They have to drink out of those glasses when they come over. You assign them?
In my brain.
They get home, you're like, you better drink out of this glass. I signed this one for you when you're around me.
No, that's Susie's glass.
Susie's glass. Well,
Get your
fine.
dirty paws.
Get your hands off Susie's glass right now.
I'm sorry, is your name Susie?
I didn't know Susie's glass. Well, it is. Now you do. So go for your glass. And you're
Can you
looking at
not
all these
read its
glasses. They're the
initials?
same. I don't know which one's mine. So I'm just kidding. You assigned it to friends, as in you're going to do personalized ones for all of them?
I just have a big old box.
Wow.
And you're just making them
But
for
these
people out of
ones
the
felt
goodness
like
of your
the
heart.
best. You know, these were the sturdy ones for
Thank you.
a good
Yeah,
podcast.
they really are
They're
like
so
solid,
cool.
nice. Like
They could be.
I think they're
Yeah.
tea or beer or Coca-Cola, you know?
That
The-
looks ama-
the
or
But
options
if
are
it does
endless.
explode on you,
If it
yeah.
explodes.
you didn't hear it from me.
For
From
heat,
tea,
you
yeah.
think? Oh,
Who's to say,
glass
though?
does that?
Who's to
Yeah, if
say?
it gets hot, then it's just more vulnerable to being broken. So you just have to be like more careful with it when it's like if you're just taking it out of the dishwasher. and it's all, like,
Whoa, I
still,
never
like,
knew that
steamy
about.
hot.
Unless it's a certain kind of glass.
Yeah.
Like the fire
Like-
resistant.
But I think the
Pyrex.
real glass is like it breaks. You want it to break, you
Secret
know?
message. Secret
No
message on the
way.
bottom. Oh, you clever girl. Iman,
What?
happy Xmas 2024.
Oh my
E-double-L-L.
Journey, I like
Telling you,
you.
it's a double L.
What did you say?
Journey, I like you the most. 2022. That's
It's a secret
That's why I
journey.
shouldn't bring it up.
Please don't say this out loud when you
Yeah,
find this message.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, P.S. And we hang out later. P.S. Don't tell Iman.
Don't let him see the bottom of this glass at all costs. Look at all caps. Journey, happy Christmas 2024. Heart L. That's so nice.
Double L.
That's so sweet. I like it even more now. I'm glad you noticed that like during the podcast.
Dude, I was trying to see if it was a specific kind of glass.
It doesn't say Pyrex, but
I got the hit with that
It just says made in
secret
China.
message, dude. I think it's fireproof. We're good. We're good. Gosh, that is so funny. As I hold this log,
Yeah.
do you want to put this one?
yeah.
Get it in there.
Let's both put one on.
You could do whichever, yeah. Watch. You got it. Nice. You got a clear space to make space. Oh, that was perfect. You're a natural keeper of the fire. You know, the way History of a Heartbreak, I love when a fire roars. Look at that. Can y'all hear that? Is the mic
Can
on
you
it?
ASMR that?
The fire was? Wow. So our tech wizard, tech mastermind, head tech of operations tech, David is
president of technology.
coming into me right now. What's that, David? You had to turn the mic off because the fire was too hot, too loud,
Wow.
too crackly.
Yeah.
He said, just our feed. I
Big
understand
personalities.
now. It's a beautiful fire is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting at here. I'm very...
That's a success in our books. If it gets too hot
Yeah,
for the
it's
microphone,
important.
then
Have a
yeah,
good fire.
that's a victory. That's what we call a good day.
I was saying that the way History of a Heartbreak helps you process the emotions and the experiences and integrate that sort of shadow self falls so in line with something to do for yourself, whatever your personalized version of it is, to keep your fire going. Because you mentioned at some point in your story, you said it drew a fire in you. And I think it's so beautiful to hear how different people do that, how different people navigate their pains, how different artists express their experiences and the history of their lives, and what forms them, what changed them. And you're so good at that. And I think you've done such an amazing job with this project and all its iterations at that. Do you feel a calling to any sort of continuation of that? Is there more plays that you'll write in that fashion? Do you feel like it came as it was and you're happy with that and the next iteration is yet to reveal itself? Or, you know, do you feel like you drew inspiration from things growing up? Like, did you love theater? Did you love... I know you said you loved concerts. Did you love plays? Did you know, do you feel like you know where the inspiration to even create a show like that came from? I asked so many questions. I know, dude. Pick whichever. I got so interested.
I've never seen a one-woman show either, but I think that part of, I don't know, maybe it came out of desperation, maybe it came out of just complete ignorance of what it would take to write a one-woman show and what a one-woman show even looked like, but I don't know. Yeah, I have never seen one either. I just signed up for it and I did it. And I felt a tug. And I think the whole last year of my life, I think I became very far away from myself over probably the course of my life, but particularly the previous 5 years. And yeah, rediscovering the thing inside of me that is my own compass instead of putting it into other people or instead of forcing it to point another way. And I first felt, I forget, I don't remember your questions, but I'm just going to tell you the story.
I love that.
So I went into Edinburgh because my dad's Scottish and my grandparents are from there. And my grandmother passed away this time-ish last year, like a week, 53 weeks ago. And her funeral was the day before my birthday. And I was in the middle of, I moved out of my house and I was just having a bad time. It was a bad holiday season for me. And my brother and I flew across to see our grandma for the last time and to meet this family that had been separated for 10 years. And we hadn't seen, a lot of people had just become, separate. And that weekend, my brother and I spent in Edinburgh and we explored the routes, and there was like 7 hours of daylight 'cause it's the middle of the winter and it's very north. But in the little slivers that we got, it felt like we were walking. Edinburgh's a place that it's like you have 1,300-year-old castles and old streets and new stores, and then it's just so green. And so you can look and see a faraway castle and a close castle and a statue here from 1,000 years ago, but also rolling hills and blue sky and a park here. Yeah. And it's like the integration of old and new, and you can feel how ancient things are. Yeah. But also how beautiful the new blooming nature is, and it's like the cycles of life in so many different ways. Anyway, I felt this like this tug. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it was like a frequency that was just like.
Did it feel like you belong there?
I wouldn't even say I want to live there. I just felt this tug, like I will be back here. I'm enjoying my time here. In 6, I don't know, I'll be back. Yeah. And I knew the Fringe was here, and it just felt, like I'm from here and I need to I'm feel so untethered from who I thought I was and who I am, and I'm kind of in this massive life shatter, and so maybe the best way to find myself is to go back to where I'm from. And so I went home and thought about it for a month and kind of like sorted out my life and the breakup and everything. And then brought it to my brother, who's somebody who's like the person who knows me the most in the world, but he's like the rational version of me. I will sign up for something and do it without understanding the gravity of what it is to write a one-woman play and bring it to a different country. And he'll be like, I don't really get why you're doing that. It has nothing to do with music. And it's like, I don't know either. I couldn't tell you why. I think I need to do it. It doesn't make sense. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But if you need to do it, then you should just do it. And you can't don't try to balance building out Silverlake Jams and building out an EP and doing X, Y, and Z. Just focus on that and write a really fucking good show. Lock in, bro. And so I did that. Or I committed. I was like, okay, this is the permission that I need. I don't know why I need it, but I need it.
Yeah, the rational person in your life was like, you got it.
Yeah.
This rational co-signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
It's like they
rationality
created
was
the right
co-signed.
and left hemisphere of the brains have aligned.
Yeah. And that was in probably mid-March, and I think the Fringe cutoff is March 15th. So I signed up on March 14th.
Oh, wow.
And then applied for a studio and got in, and then it's August is the show. And a lot of people will work on their plays for years, and be doing iterations of it in different fringes around the world. There's fringes in Australia, and I don't know. I think most larger countries have some version of the Fringe. Yeah. Anyway, it was all happening real time, and I signed up in mid-March, and now I'm getting lost in the sauce. But I sat in my feelings for a few months, and then wrote the play, and then rewrote it and wrote it like 7 times, and then at the end of May, had a script and realized that I had 1 month to memorize the script. And I haven't acted since I was in middle school.
Like, what's the play time?
It's a 50-minute play.
Okay, so it's a lot to memorize.
So it's like it was 14 pages, I think. Which I think if I was going to, have a general idea and then just get up there and banter and riff it out, it'd be fine. Yeah. But the idea of my goal was to memorize it word for word.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you
learn
don't
how to act.
You don't want to be like, wondering what your line is. You want it to be like not second nature, just flowing out
which
your
for
tongue.
me takes so long to do in songs, and I haven't acted in a long time. Anyway, so I got a crash course from an acting friend who studied theater, and he showed me how to think about blocking, which was mind-blowing because
love blocking.
It's just a whole new universe. I didn't even really know what blocking was.
For people who don't know, what is it?
Instead of standing like a lemon talking about my life as a TED Talk, I had to think about, okay, if I am this line.
If you just ignore it, it goes away. You just have to, can't let it get the best of you.
This is a real
podcast,
stay. Everybody. We're out in the wild. You can
but if you say, please go away.
In the feed.
And then eventually it'll be gone.
Someone, it's an evac. This is Los Angeles, 2024.
Dun, 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 dun.
Los Angeles.
What if they're looking for podcasts?
They're looking for the fire.
They're just there, you know what I mean?
They could stream it anywhere. You
Found one.
Yeah, we got one. It's like come down the spotlight.
Just land here. They blow everything down with the helicopter.
Yeah, just like
air, like
SWAT members just like come sliding down a rope, dude.
Just sit down at a log.
They take over the podcast.
They take the 3 seats. They perform music. They do everything.
They make us watch their podcast.
But they don't do it. They don't replace David and Eliana. Like they just let David and Eliana keep shooting, and they're a little nervous because they're like keep going. And then you guys are like, all right.
They put out their merch.
You just like run them through the ritual. You're like, here's the notebook. Like if you want to do the cleansing.
One of the cops that like we had hired for my thesis film, because we have to hire
when
you shut down a road. He was talking to us about how his Latin jazz band.
Oh.
That he was in.
So these people exist.
Yeah.
These people exist.
Yeah. We can get
every opportunity in this town.
Yeah.
So you heard it here. You know, cops and SWAT can also be artists.
They really can. Do you remember what you were saying before the helicopter?
No, I was just giving you a way too detailed timeline of the show. All this to say that I think I followed a tug last year, and
Yeah.
the tug brought me to Edinburgh, and it was the most life-changing experience of my life. I felt like I was deconstructed and reconstructed every day in so many different ways, creatively and emotionally and socially and everything. And I emerged a different person, but really just the closer version of myself that I always was and lost. And then I went traveling and had 36 different reunions, I counted, with family and friends from
36 different what?
reunions.
Oh, cool.
I was born in England, and I lived there till I was 6, and then I moved. So it was all family, some friends I hadn't seen since I was in middle school. Different people. I went to France and met some friends and old flatmates there. And I just followed the tug. And so that was a good one. Right off the knee.
A little soccer.
And yeah, I don't really even remember what I was saying. But the tug brought me
the
there.
tug.
You're following
and
the tug, and it's leading you to good places in life. And for you, following the tug is like following the light, the thing that your intuition knows that you should do to develop you along the path that is right for you. Like you're listening to that, and you're liking where it's taking you. And that's kind of like the new life mantra you're going forward with.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good summary.
Can you send that to me? Can you send that to me later? Can you guys clip that and send that to me?
David, can you type that out?
Yeah, we
I'm
can
lost in
make
the
sure I get
sauce,
that.
and you're here. Yeah,
Appreciate
perfect.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, it's the perfect story in many ways for a podcast dedicated in many episodes to following that tug or following that light or following the inspiration or your intuition, just following that connection to something that's clearly always been guiding you in the direction that ultimately you really do prefer to go, even if your ego or whatever tries to convince you otherwise, you know?
Yeah, pursuing it, doing the thing that you know that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel like you're spending your time on this earth the way that it should be spent, like undeniably in your soul, that like when you're on your deathbed and you look back, you're going to be glad that I did that, you know, and like it'll be a step on the staircase, you know, to your road to mastering whatever you're doing. And it feels good when you're on that path, right? Like if you feel like your soul has peace and there's a tranquility that comes with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alan, anything else you'd love to tell us about History of a Heartbreak before we let the listeners be blessed by another one of your songs?
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Anything the
already
world should
over.
know.
What a 90 minutes this has been.
Thank you so much. I mean, you're always lovely to be around, and it's also really special to see you in environments where you were hosting 100-something people. I don't know how big those shows are. They're so packed when I'm there, when I've seen them, to then getting to spend so much quality time with just you here. To really hear from you and about you. So.
And Silverlake Jams just moved. There's a new place it's at now.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest things in LA. It's like so like you know what I mean? Like it feels lucky just to like found out about it.
Yeah.
It's always interesting walking up and just like seeing random people. You're just like talking to the people next to you in line, like, oh, like how'd you hear about this? And it's always like I like heard about it like through a friend or this, and it's just like a couple on their date night. You know what I mean? It's like people like are like going out, like that's the event they're doing that night.
Yeah.
And then it always
so
feels
sweet.
so cool just to like know you. I was like, oh, like just like she's cool, you know? She's the homie.
Yeah, and people came from far. I remember to the show I was doing. I mean, I'm sure every show people come from far, but
People came from far for your show. Someone
Yeah.
drove from Orange County to see you.
and here in California, we consider that far.
Yeah,
It's like another state.
That's pretty
That's
much
a
a
whole
different
nother
state.
place.
Orange County is like the difference
universe.
between like Oregon and Washington.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
true.
much.
We'll
You
get a little
squint on the map.
So,
Yeah.
you might as well fly.
You floor it. Yeah, so people come from far and wide to that show. It's really nice. Well,
Yeah.
Ellen,
I think my final piece would be, if you feel a tug, follow it. And surround yourself. Not even surround, Just the good people in your life.
If you feel it,
No, I take it back.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing about good people. Good people, good people.
Mm-hmm.
My one thing I leave everyone with is if you feel a tug, follow it.
If you feel the tug, follow it.
That's a
I like
happy
that.
ending.
Follow the tug.
I like that. I'm feeling the tug to say thank you, keepers of the fire listeners.
Thank
Everyone
you
who's
so much.
a
to all
keeper
of
back
you.
home.
Thank you.
All of you beautiful people, all of you beautiful souls with your own fires at home. We talked about the idea when we first conceptualized this podcast of people having their own fires at home,
That's right.
which I haven't really talked about. But if you have the habit of lighting your own fire while you enjoy this podcast, salute to you.
Salute to you.
Or if you
Shout
just
out
have
to
like a
you.
candle in your house.
That's a great
Candles.
little ritual.
If you just have a little candle and you're just like
Mm-hmm.
kind of eyeing it, it's like the candle's just in your periphery. Oh, you have an ember hanging from your face. You're good. This is a real fire. We had to. This is a good time to bring
This
up
is a
that,
memory.
if you do have a real
Be very
live fire, be
careful.
very
Memory.
careful.
Don't put too much
Definitely
fluid. Don't put
abide
too much
by
water
all
fluid.
safety precautions by any reasonable
Check
standard.
that the fire danger isn't high and wherever you're lighting the fire. And,
Wear tall socks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
always have a fire extinguisher.
always have a fire extinguisher nearby.
around when you're starting a fire, keeping a fire.
The fires are wild. Fires are unpredictable, but
But when you
sometimes when you're following the tug,
you gotta light that fire.
following the tug can be a little unpredictable sometimes.
It can
sometimes,
be.
sometimes you're
Bring
following
it
the
back
tug
around,
one
Journey.
moment, and then
Bring
you
it
have
back
your
around.
pants are on fire the next moment, you know? But at least you know you're living your truth. But yeah, anyway.
So, Ellen, would
Thank
you
you
like to
all.
introduce? I guess you introduced it in the thing, huh?
That's right.
I think
Still
I
have the
do.
song left.
Oh, then they have to hear what the song is called. We could just let them hear it.
Yeah.
In
You
that.
can just hear it.
Yeah, and
I
then
really like that one.
you know, one more time if you can, just where we can, how to spell your name and where we can hear your music.
You can spell my name, Ellen, like DeGeneres, but my last name is not DeGeneres. It's McNeill, McNeill, and that's where I am all over. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
so much for listening to me Babylon for the past 60 minutes.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank
for
you so
coming on.
much for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you to David.
If only you guys could see the setup for this. It's amazing.
Those are for those of you watching. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Love you all.
Love you all.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Abundance.
Good night, keepers, or good morning,
Wherever you are.
or goodbye.
But not for long.
See you soon.
My name is Ellen McNeill, and this is my song, Crying in Trader Joe's, about crying in Trader Joe's. Stopping by Trader Joe's, living on cereal, haven't bought groceries since you left. I walked past the vegetables, had it together, but here we go again. 'Cause you would always buy garlic and ginger and pepper, 'cause you always said they make everything better. You'd cook up a feast, 'cause your language is feeding the ones that you loved, and that used to be me. But now I'm crying in Trader Joe's, salt in the vegetables, feeling too cut up to eat. And I'm thinking about metaphors like, how in the hell can there be such a thing as good grief? Ooh, do I live here too when you're walking on through, searching for all those new
recipes? Will they be with our friends or love interest? How many trips will it take to replace me? Now I always buy garlic and ginger and pepper, 'cause you always said they make everything better. But look where we are, I don't think I believe it, 'cause we're not together and I'm out here bleeding. Now I'm crying in Trader Joe's, salt in the vegetables, feeling too cut up to eat. And I'm thinking about metaphors like, how in the hell can there be such a thing as good grief? Ooh, okay.
That was fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Ooh, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.